You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by Minor Family Dentistry and by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History. Minor Family Dentistry would like to bring you the following dental health tip. It's recommended to have a dental checkup no later than your child's first birthday. An adult should brush for a young child and monitor older children's brushing to ensure a good job is done. Flossing should start when teeth are touching. Minor Family Dentistry wishes you good dental health. Families, including children of all ages, are welcome. Minor Family Dentistry, 1010 Downing and Hayes. Find them in the Next Tech directory.
So, you think you have skeletons in your closet? Come to Sternberg Museum, where we let our skeletons out of the closet.
Hello, and welcome to You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. My name is Dana Stanton, and I'm the coordinator of the West Central Kansas Smart Start Grant. And with me today is Kyla Jurgensen. Good morning, Kyla.
Good morning.
Now, today you're going to talk to us about 911 for kids. Is that right?
That's correct.
Now, first, I guess I should tell people, what do you do for a living and where do you work?
I work for the Hayes Police Department in the dispatch.
All right, so you understand about 911 and things like that.
Yes, I do.
Yes. Now, you have a special program that you do with children concerning 911. Is that correct?
Yes, it's called the 911 for Kids program.
Okay. Now, what kind of things would that program teach students?
It teaches students when and how to dial 911, what to do in case of an emergency, and how to dial on cell phones now.
Okay. Oh, so I didn't even think about cell phones, so that's something that they would definitely need to know. Now, what age groups? Is this something for small children or older children?
We encourage parents to teach their children at young ages how to dial 911 or at least about 911. We start the program at kindergarten and last through third grade.
You always hear on the TV news stories about how some toddler or preschooler has saved mom or dad by knowing how to call 911, so I assume the earlier the better.
Yes, it is. Some parents don't like to think about their child having to dial 911, but it's a thing we encourage to talk about and what to do in different types of emergencies.
Now, what does the program consist of?
The program consists of, for kindergarten and first grade, is the Ready Fox video, and it's a video that teaches them how to dial 911, when to dial it, and what to say to the 911 operator. Okay. They also get a practice on practice phones, so that way they can call me, and I give them scenarios, that way they know what to say to the dispatcher, and they realize that it's not such a scary thing to have to call 911. For the second and third grades this year, we have a cell phone video that teaches them when and where to dial on a cell phone. And then they have a PowerPoint of the dispatch area and everything that we do in dispatch.
So that gives them an idea of what goes on when they call and who they're talking to. So it takes kind of any of the fear factor out of that.
Yes, that's what we're there for, is to encourage them that there's a friend on the other end of the line. And some children don't realize that we're there all day long. They think when they go to bed, we go to bed. So this way, it tells them that no matter what time they have an emergency, someone's there to answer the phone.
Now, how has this program changed over the years?
Like I said, this year we incorporated cell phones. Cell phones have increased our 911 misdials tremendously in the past few years. Parents don't always realize that just because they end service to a cell phone, if the phone can turn on, it still dials 911. So when we go to schools, we encourage children that play with their parents' cell phones to take the batteries out, so that way they can't misdial. We know that it's not very fun for them, for the phone not to turn on, but it helps our job.
Now, on a cell phone, do you just dial 911 like you do on a regular phone?
Yes.
And like here in Hayes, it would go to the Hayes operator, or how would that work?
When you're dialing 911 for a cell phone, it doesn't always go to the right area, but we encourage them to dial 911 and tell them where the operator where their location's at, and we can transfer their 911 calls to the correct location if it didn't get to the right department.
Okay. Now, what is your greatest hope that children get out of the program?
I hope that they go home and teach their parents about the program, because it's not only children that are misusing 911, also that 911 is for people emergencies only. Some people like to call 911 because their animal is lost. That's not what it's there for. It's for people emergency only. And so that they realize that we're not scary people, and we understand it's a scary time if they have to call 911, but there is a friend for them to talk to.
Now, is there a message you like to give to parents about their child in using 911?
I encourage parents to talk to their children. If their child has a hard time remembering their address or their phone number, put it by the phone that they use to dial 911, or put it on the fridge, so that way the child has something to go and look at, because sometimes when they're nervous talking to a new person, they forget little things like their phone number or their address. So we encourage parents to leave memos or something around the house. That way their children can always look at it and have emergency contacts.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Now, if someone wants to know more about this program, what phone number should they call? Not 911, but what phone number could they talk to you at?
They should dial 625-1011. That is the police department administrative number.
Okay. Now, I have to say, personally, I was in a situation just within the last month where I did have to call 911. A child was hurt, not mine, thank goodness. And the dispatcher that talked with me, it was just wonderful, very calm. Help was on the way immediately. And, just thank you so much for all you do for everyone here in Hayes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You've been watching You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. Parents, remember, you are your child's first and best teacher.
Thanks for watching You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You can watch the program weekdays in the noon and 9 o'clock hours. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by Minor Family Dentistry and by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History.